We live. All right. We have Ryan Schwabe.
That's
correct. Is that the way to say it, right?
Ryan Schwabe. You
Okay, I hate messing up people's names. So,
nah, I feel you. I appreciate you looking out.
How you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm enjoying MixNik. I've been downstairs meeting some people. Came upstairs, met a whole bunch more people.
Straight up. So, where you from?
I'm from West Philadelphia.
West Philadelphia.
Yeah, like 50th out west.
Okay.
Yeah.
Straight up 76ers fan, huh?
A little bit.
A little bit?
A little, when they all right.
I ain't met nobody from Philly that's not a 76ers fan. That's crazy. But yeah, I want to talk to you about why, like, how did you even get into music? What did you hear that let you know you wanted to get into music?
I mean, it's kind of the same origin story as a lot of people. It was like listening to records, grandparents' records, whatever, and looking at the back of them, reading the names, reading the studios, and being like enamored with the idea of the people behind this like stuff that I was digesting and like that was changing my life. And so I knew I would never be like an artist type person, but I knew that I could be one of these people behind the scenes. And that kind of pushed me down the idea of like doing production early, you know, and then I found out that my talent was like, you know, even behind that side of it, like behind it, just in the engineering side. And so then I just at one point just decided to stop doing production and truly just focus on other people's art, engineering it. And when I made that decision, that's when my career really kind of started to take off. When I decided to move from trying to be a producer, an artist, to trying to be strictly engineering, that's when I started to work on records that kind of had this like power, you know, this like cultural power that was just like pervasive. And that became really fulfilling, you know.
Yeah, the old school records always amaze me. Yeah. Like I always tell her, when those people was in that room and everybody had to be on point, and it was one take, that's amazing, man.
Maybe 10, 12 people playing at once.
Man, background singers, everybody got to be on point.
Yeah, the one record that caught me was this old Lou Rawls record, and it was, I grew up in Buffalo and then moved to Philly, and that record was originally recorded in Sigma Sound Studios in Philly. And then I started teaching at Drexel University, and we got the Sigma Sound Studios archive, which had like 7,000 2-inch tapes of all the original Philly soul music, all the Gamble and Huff, all the PIR, all the just like old Philly soul music. And one of those 2-inch tapes was that record that like that originally caught my eye when I was a kid. And it was just like really nice full circle moment to just see where all that stuff came from, you know?
Yeah. And you done pop, right?
What happened?
You done pop music?
Oh, yeah.
How do y'all make the bass go together like that? It's so loud, but it's not loud. But it's a lot of stacked on top of each other.
Yeah.
Vocals, too. A lot of stacks sometimes.
I think one thing that people do is they overcomplicate it, and they think it's like, oh, you got to duck it like this, and you got to, you know, notch it like this and do all this really complicated EQing stuff. And to me, if it's produced right and everything's in tune and everything's like matched up, you almost got to do, you kind of got to stay out of its way and just make sure it's like right. What I say is like right sized. And so if something's right sized, it's not going to like dominate the whole mix and make the vocals feel squished down. Right. And it's not going to be so light that the record sounds brittle. It's like you're just fitting it into this perfect kind of dynamic energy space. And that's all about just having a really good monitoring system and knowing when what you're doing is too much, right? And just trying to stay out of the way of the record and make it just breathe.
A less is more type of thing.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. And people don't like to hear that. They like to hear these really deep technical approaches to things. And sometimes you got to do those things. But a lot of times it's like the skill is in knowing when not to do those things as well. You know what I mean?
But how did you get into teaching?
I was working at a studio in Philly, and I was working crazy hours as like everyone does in the studio. And when I was at Drexel as a student, I studied there like electrical engineering and music. I like built a recording studio for the school. I like told everybody that I knew how to build studios, and somehow they gave me a bunch of money, and I like built them a studio. And I hacked it together, figured it out. And then after I graduated, I was like working in a studio for 2 years. And they called me and they're like, oh, we're going to build this music industry program off of the studio that you built. Do you want to come back and build more studios? And I was like, you got healthcare? And they say yes.
Straight up.
And I said, well, the studio does not, so I'm coming back. So I went back to Drexel and just built. I was a studio manager, and I built like 7 studios over about 5-6 years. And then while I was doing that, I was mixing and mastering records on the side, engineering, and I started to get like some gold records and some platinum records, and started to work with some bigger artists. And the teaching position opened up in the university, and they asked me if I wanted to apply, and I did. And then I started teaching for a few years. And before I quit 2023 because I started my plugin company, Schwabe Digital.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Schwabe Digital, man. Congratulations on the success, man.
Thank you.
Tell the people where to find you at.
Schwabe Digital is schwabedigital.com, SCHWABE digital.com. My name is Ryan, ryanschwabe.com, RyanSCHWABE.com. All my socials are there, and all my music and plugins.
Still engineering?
Every day. I was just mastering a Kaki Ka record downstairs and just delivered it and got it approved.
Wow.
Good, yeah.
It never not working.
Never not working.
Elaborate.
Beautiful.